Hello, my name is Jean, and I am a knitter. And I am a knitter who has not been knitting. I finished the shawl, I blocked the shawl, I have a pair of socks I've been working on. Ta da! Complete with counting chain, yay! And I haven't knit a single stitch for all intents and purposes since I put the shawl up in a drawer because I live in Arizona and it's getting warmer. Slowly, but it is getting warmer, and that's not an everyday kind of shawl. Um, no, I did knit on Friday a little bit on these socks. Friday, a week ago Friday, not this most recent Friday. Yes, it's been that long, I have to think about it. I have not been knitting. That's because knitting isn't the only thing I do. I'm full time at home and I do other things than knit. I knit a whole lot, but it's not the only thing I do. For example, this lovely knitting bag is my own design. I looked at patterns, I took some paper, big pieces of brown craft wrapping paper, drew something out, did a test. It came out too small. I sent it to a friend who reported, no, no, this is too small, but it's great design. And then I did it again in slightly larger. It has one interior pocket and a big bottom, and it can hold all kinds of stuff. But I don't just knit. Um, and right now, I'm doing other things, and that's okay. I still have a list of projects that I would like to knit. I still have a stash of yarn that is not going down in size because my sister keeps giving me more yarn. Thank you for another 220 grams of Malabrigo Rios, which is in a lovely color, and I really want to do something with it, but it's not real high on the list. I did do some research on brioche and two color brioche, and I do still want to work on that. I'm hesitating to get started because I know what I want to make, but if I don't have a pattern, I don't know how much yarn I need to pull from the stash or have available to complete something that's the size that I think I want. And so we're going round in circles. Sometimes you don't knit, sometimes you just plan your knitting. And that's the stage I am in right now. I have to say, I did also come across two semi professional. Well, one is semi professional, I think, and the other one is the professional knitting pattern program. It's not just an application, it is a full blown actual program kind of thing. We can call it an application because we're used to that. But it's a little bit more than just an app. And it is the one that is used by people who are creating knitting patterns to publish and sell. And it is the one that is used by magazine authors, editors. So I can talk about that coming up because it is nice to know what is possible. Now, again, these two that I have found are not free, and quite frankly, they're at a place where they shouldn't be free. They are that level of detail and support and function. But I am not knitting right now. And I am not upset about it. There are going to be times in every crafter's life when, no matter how much they love that particular craft, they're not really in the mood to do that right now. We don't all always only do one thing. Sometimes we might put our knitting down because we are traveling. Sometimes we take our knitting along when we travel. But sometimes we are working on something other than knitting. And I repeat, that is okay. Sometimes we have a cold and we really can't knit because what we're going to produce is just going to be full of errors, but that's okay. So if you don't knit every day, at every possible moment, don't beat yourself up. It's not required that we knit all the time, every time. I will keep knitting, but just maybe not today.